From gypsy camps to jazz clubs, the incredible life of Django Reinhardt. Django Reinhardt was a legendary jazz guitarist who revolutionized the genre with his unique style and virtuosity. Born on January 23, 1910, in Belgium, Django was of Romani descent and grew up in a caravan with his family, traveling around France and Belgium. At the age of 8, Django was introduced to the guitar by his father, who was a musician and taught him how to play the instrument. He quickly showed a natural talent and was soon performing with his father and uncle in small cafes and bars. However, his life took a tragic turn when at the age of 18, he suffered severe burns in a caravan fire, leaving his left hand paralyzed and severely damaged. Despite this setback, Django was determined to continue playing the guitar and developed a new technique that allowed him to use just 2 fingers on his left hand to play complex melodies and chords. This unique style of playing became his signature and set him apart from other guitarists. In the early 1930s, Django and his brother Joseph formed the Hot Club Quintet de France, one of the first and most influential jazz bands in Europe. The band's lineup included Django on lead guitar, Joseph on rhythm guitar, and 3 other musicians on violin, bass, and clarinet. This unconventional lineup with no drums or piano created a distinct and fresh sound that caught the attention of audiences and critics alike. The quintet quickly gained popularity, and their performances at famous Parisian jazz clubs were always sold out. Django's incredible speed and dexterity on the guitar, combined with his improvisational skills, left audiences in awe, which earned him the nickname the Gypsy with the magic fingers. In 1934, the quintet recorded their first album, Djangology, which featured some of their most famous songs, including Djangology and Minor Swing. The album was a huge success and is considered a classic in jazz. Over the next few years, the band continued to tour and make records, and Django's reputation as a guitar virtuoso grew both in Europe and the United States. In 1939, Django and the quintet had the opportunity to perform in America, but due to the outbreak of World War II, they were unable to return to Europe. Django decided to stay in the United States and formed a new band called the Django Reinhardt Orchestra. However, the band's success was short-lived, and Django's homesickness and struggles with the English language led him to return to France in 1946. Back in Europe, Django continued to perform and record with various musicians, including his violinist friend Stéphane Grappelli. Together, they released several albums, including Django and Stéphane and Souvenirs, which showcased their exceptional chemistry and musicianship. In the 1950s, Django's health began to decline due to years of heavy smoking and drinking. Despite his deteriorating health, he continued to play and make records, and his influence on other musicians, particularly on the emerging bebop scene, was immense. Jazz legends such as Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker cited Django as a major influence, and they even recorded an album together in 1953 called Dis and Django. On May 16, 1953, at the age of 43, Django Reinhardt died due to a hemorrhage of the brain. His death was mourned by jazz fans and musicians worldwide, and he left behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations of musicians. Django Reinhardt's impact on the jazz world cannot be overstated. His innovative playing style, which combined traditional gypsy music with jazz, created a new genre that is still popular today. He also paved the way for future guitarists, proving that one could achieve greatness with only 2 fingers. In his short life, Django Reinhardt overcame immense challenges and left an indelible mark on the world of jazz. His music continues to be celebrated and studied by jazz enthusiasts, and his influence can still be heard in the works of contemporary artists. He will always be remembered as one of the greatest and most influential guitarists in the history of jazz.